Good morning. In the previous lecture series, we had discussed about the non-traditional machining process, advantages of non-traditional machining process, unconventional machining process, and need for non-traditional machining process. And then we are also discussed about the electrical discharge machining process and its advantages, disadvantages, etc. Working principle, construction, etc. In today's lecture series, we will discuss about wire cut electrical discharge machining process, WEDM. This is the 2D diagram of an wire cut electro discharge machining process. Here, as in the case of electrical discharge machining process, the higher spark or temperature is produced with the help of the DC supply to that of the tool and the electrode. Here, that with the help of a dielectric fluid medium. In this case, this is the workpiece. This is the electrical supply. This is the slot. This is the real wire cut feed. This can be clearly shown with the 2D diagram. And this is the workpiece. This is the dielectric fluid. The dielectric fluid is made pass to the workpiece with the help of the pump. A wire cut take up mechanism. And the DC supply, one end is connected to the top of the workpiece and the another end is connected to the top of the lower end of the table. This is the wire feed mechanism and the control unit which is also connected to the top of the wire cut EDM process. First, construction. A thin wire, a diameter of about 0.02 to 0.03 mm made of brass or molybdenum having a circular cross section is used as the electrode. The wire is stretched and moved between two rollers. The part of wire is eroded by the spark. The wire cut electrical discharge machining process consists of mainly 5 parts. One is the workpiece movement control unit. Workpiece movement control unit. Next one is the workpiece mounting table. The next important part is the wire drive sections for accurately moving the wire at constant tension. And the next fourth part is the dielectric fluid supply unit. And the last one is the power unit. This is the workpiece control unit, workpiece table, dielectric unit, power supply unit, and the wire feeding unit. These are all the major parts of the wire cut electrical discharge machining process. Next is the working. The workpiece to be machined is mounted on the table which is operated by the control unit. A very small hole is pre-drilled in the workpiece through which a very thin wire, it can be made of materials such as brass or molybdenum, is passed, which is operated by wire feed mechanism. Dielectric fluid is passed over the workpiece material and the wire by using with the help of the pump as shown in the figure. When the DC supply is given to the circuit, spark is produced between the wire and the workpiece. When the voltage across the gap becomes sufficiently large, higher spark is produced. This spark occurs in an interval of about 10 to 30 microseconds and with the current density of about 15 to 500 ampere per mm square approximately. So, thousands of spark discharge occur per second across the very small gap between the wire and workpiece, which results in increasing temperature of about 10,000 degrees Celsius. At this high temperature and pressure, workpiece is melted, eroded, and some of it is vaporized. The removed fine particles are carried away with the help of the dielectric fluid. Next, we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of wire cut electrical discharge machining process. The advantages of wire cut electrical discharge machining process are: it is easy to use of wire electrode. Next, no electrode wear can take place. Next advantage is good surface finish can be obtained with the help of the wire cut electrical discharge machining process. With the help of wire cut EDM, complicated shapes can be produced. And then microvolts can also be produced with the help of the wire cut electrical discharge machining process. The limitations of wire cut EDM are: its initial cost is high, the cutting rate is very slow, and also it is not suitable for larger workpieces. These are all some of the applications of wire cut electro discharge machining process. It is used mainly for production of gears. Tools can be produced, different types of dies, rotors, turbine blades, and cams can be produced with the help of the wire cut electrical discharge machining process. Next, we will discuss about the major difference between wire cut EDM and the normal electro discharge machining process. The first point is very thin wire made of brass or molybdenum is used as the electrode tool, whereas in the case of EDM, Expensive alloy of silver and tungsten are used as the electrode, which are traditionally made by cutting and grinding. Second, the whole workpiece is not submerged in dielectric medium. Instead, the workpiece working zone alone is supplied with the coaxial jet of dielectric medium. In the case of medium, the whole workpiece is submerged in dielectric fluid. Next, it is used to machine complex two-dimensional profiles in the case of Wirecut EDM. Whereas in the case of electro-discharge machining process, it is difficult to cut complex two-dimensional profiles. Thank you.